Hey yo, what's going on everybody? Suro here. Welcome back to the channel. It is Friday, which means it is time for our weekly Reddit review. Let's see what the community has been up to, what questions and discussions we can get into. And we're getting, one more day closer to the next update. So I'm getting more and more excited as the days go by. If you're excited for the next update, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I promise you won't regret it. Now, let's go take a look at what's going on in Reddit. And would you look at that? First, the post top of the list here, we have hopes and preparations for Tiana's arrival. This is by Yes, I'm D. They have a question here. They said, I do hope when Tiana arrives, she brings along those beautiful outfit styles with her. I always have loved the styles from the movie. It's classy, but stylish, full of grace, and yet gives off the aura of hard working. So excited to see what is in store. Plus, I'd love some more hairstyles from this period as well. Maybe even a few more curl styles. Oh, that would be so cute. As a person with naturally curly hair, I'd love to express myself with more natural styles. I agree. I completely agree. Other than those wishes, I've been hard at work completing my recipe books. My original Valley recipes are 100% complete. I'm now working on Eternity Isle recipes. Hope to complete them by the time my favorite character arrives. So I'm actually glad they brought this up. So I have also completed all the recipes in my Valley, and I actually recommend everybody at some point before Tiana comes to the game, they go ahead and finish the recipes on, the main Valley, all the Eternity Isle recipes if they have it. That way it's not like too overwhelming. We're getting so many new bundles of recipes coming to the game. If you fall behind now, it could be just a little bit too overwhelming and chaotic later on in the future. And I do firmly believe that the Tiana update is going to revamp the cooking system at least a little bit in some way or not, but she's definitely got to have some new recipes, right? I mean, it's Tiana. So I am going to be making a video, I believe this week, where I am going to go through all of the Eternity Isle recipes myself, because I have not finished those. I've only finished on the main Valley. So if you guys would like a video on that, I can definitely drop it, but I will be doing that this week as well. Now, as for the outfits, if we just take a look at a couple of the outfits, I mean, come on. I'm hoping Tiana gets like a bundle as well. Look at the hairstyles that they could include with her, and of course her little curly hair over here would be super cute. The little curl in the front is just too adorable. I hope they do our princess right. I mean, they have to. Now let's move on to another subject here by Sandbar Lakers. They said the size of some of these houses and buildings are ridiculously big and unnecessary. I bought the Reflection of China bundle, which came with the new house style. I went to go play it so it could be part of my Mulan village, and it's giant. I also heard the same thing about the alien station they had. Why? Why is it necessary? I wish they would stop. Now, for me, I actually don't mind that the houses are kind of like really big. I actually like the really big houses to an extent. So I think the issue is the houses they've been releasing recently have been very massive buildings. The Reflection of China obviously was huge. The Wandering Moon is massive. We also just got Owl's Toy Barn and the Corona Castle. Now, most of the houses really are not that big. I think it's just literally because they added them all at once. So of course these are really big. Like this one right here is absolutely massive next to the Wandering Moon that we got. So it does take up like the entirety of the biome almost, or at least it feels like that. And this house right here, I mean, it's just cool that they add such a variety of buildings from IRL. So this one right here, I believe, is a restaurant from Shanghai Disney. So, I mean, it's massive IRL. So they kind of have to keep at least somewhat of a large scale for this. Now, we did get the Turning Red Temple recently. This thing is pretty small. And again, if you look at the houses, yeah, sure, the recent ones were really big. The Jungle House here was like the first massive, like crazy massive house that we ended up getting. And again, I think it's just, we're going to have some big houses. We're going to have small ones. Like the Leafy Cottage one here is not very big at all. Let's see, Lady Tremaine's was really small over here. We got, Mushroom Manor's really not too big. So yeah, I think it's there's like a variety of houses added to the game, but the ones recently absolutely have been massive, and it's kind of hard to work every house into a build. I've kind of got to the point where I realized that I'm just never going to be able to have every single premium shop house added because there's just no room. It takes up too much space. I could go decorate an Eternity Isle, and then maybe when the next expansion comes out, I'll have a whole nother valley to decorate even more. So I'll be able to put some of these larger houses over in that area. But if you're sticking to just Dreamlight Valley, it's not really gonna happen. So I see what you mean for sure. Now, here's one thing they could actually do to fix it. So Not a Candy Bar has a actually genius idea. They said, I wish we could resize it to minimum or maximum size. So take the Wandering Moon, for example. Say the way it is now is the maximum size. It would be cool if you could grab it and like drag it like diagonally and scale it as small or as large as you wanted. Do you think they would ever add that in an update? Because that right there would be the greatest thing ever. It would be especially helpful whenever you're doing dream snaps too. You can like create the size that you want. So you couldn't make it like too small, and you also couldn't like make it so dang massive. It has a cap on how small and how large you could get. That right there, genius idea. Now, Lone Sundowner over here actually has a really good response. They said, hot take, I don't think the problem is them making the buildings too big, but they made the world too small. I do agree with that. You know, when the game first came out, it seemed like a pretty decent size, but they do need these biomes to be larger. And I really don't know. I don't know if it's because of the Nintendo Switch, if they were like trying to keep the whole valley intact without making it too big, because the game doesn't render based on like biomes. It renders pretty much the entire world. So I wonder if the limitations on that is what caused them to make the valley like a specific size. I don't know. Hopefully going forward, they'll make these biomes a bit bigger. Eternity Isle did seem to be a lot larger than what we have, but good call out for sure. Now, while we're talking about other things they could add to the game, what do you guys think about future gliders? So far, I think we only have the Lilo and Stitch surfboard, but I think it's such a cute idea. And this is coming from Carissa Lynn 123, by the way. They said, just for funsies, what gliders would you guys like to see in the future? I'm really hoping it will eventually progress into writing stuff like the bike or Stitch's ship, but I know that is a big dreaming. So my original idea was I wanted them to have like Aladdin and then the magic carpet so we can float around. I mentioned this like way over a year ago, like towards the beginning of the game when gliding just came out, and I thought they were going to do some stuff. I was not expecting them to add a surfboard as the first thing that came to the game. Now, the Indifferent here also suggested the same thing, 64 upvotes, so I know a lot of players want it. They said, I think an Aladdin's magic carpet glider would fit in pretty well. It would be neat if when we were wearing wings that they would somehow incorporate into our glider. Like if I had on the new Rainbow Phoenix wings, when I glide, it could leave a trail of matching colors or flames or something that might be cool. I also suggested some sort of auras that we could add to our character. Maybe a little fire-like trail as we're walking. And maybe it could be something based on the companion. So if you have the little rainbow fox, maybe you were granted that aura too. Maybe if you had the fire raven equipped, you could have like little fire footprints as you walk if you wanted to turn it on or off. Things like this would just make the game so fun and really, really cute. Someone over here said, I love rollerblades. Rollerblades would be awesome too. Oh, look at this one by Mewtwo, a witch broom. They could add this on like an event around Halloween time, where if they had like a limited time event, and if you completed a bunch of challenges, if we got a new glider that was a witch broom, would be really awesome. Someone else says a skateboard. I think that would be really cool as well. Now, the last topic we're going to take a look at here by Dotzel said, what is your biggest premium shop regret? So what is something you missed out on in the premium shop that you regret the most? For me, it is the Hercules stuff. I was low on Moonstone, so I didn't get them the first time around, so I really hope they come back. I want to make an Olympus-inspired area with them. What is your biggest regret? This could be something that you bought from the premium shop that you wish you had it, or something that you're missing out on. So this item right here was one of the coolest things they've added. I mean, it's something you can just use in pretty much every single theme of Dream Snap. You can incorporate them in some way, whether it's the statue, the gazebo, and combining them together, or even the curved marble bench. I see these utilized in so many dream snaps. Now me, I think I've gotten to the point where I've been purchasing, obviously because I do the reviews every single week, so I haven't missed out on anything. I've purchased like everything that has came to the shop. And the great thing about this is the stuff will come back at some point. It's just a matter of waiting for it to actually come to the game. Now, there are some really popular stuff like the fireworks. I know if you didn't pick up the fireworks, that's probably a huge regret for most. This item for sure. The Alice in Wonderland like hedges and those kind of items were really, really great as well. Let's take a look down here. So Killer Queen was missed out on Figaro and the Main Street Confectionery. Both of those I think are going to come back to the game at some point for sure. Oh, here's an interesting one I didn't think anyone would really say. I regret not getting the Electrical Parade tool skin. I waffled too long and missed it by a day, and now I'm mad and hoping it comes back around. Don't worry, it will. Yeah, 100% it'll definitely come back. So for me, I actually forgot that was something that I had already purchased. Now, my biggest regrets, like I said, since I've already bought everything in the game, the Kevin costume is definitely down there on my list of things I'm not very proud of owning. I mean, it's funny, but how often would I really use this outfit, especially in terms of like having to spend real money on it? So maybe that one for me, I probably regret. And then the tool sets, they are pretty nice, but most of them don't really do anything. So I'm actually not a huge fan of the tool sets because of how expensive they are. They really need to do something cool like the bell bundle, like the roses and gold phone and the pickaxe and everything. Those are pretty cool because they're like animated. Other than those two items, I don't know if I really regret anything else. Oh, that's not true. Any of the accessories, all of these. I mean, there's just no use for them in the game currently, like the umbrellas, the fancy snowflake gift bag. I mean, if I could place these down or use them in a dream snap, they would be cool and I wouldn't regret it. But the fact that I can't do anything with them, even like the bubble wand, you can't do anything with it. The wicker sweetheart basket, can't do anything with that. So I got the bubble wand on. And I think it's another one of those items most players have already forgot they even own. So how often are you actually going to have this in your hand? Or especially the basket. It is cool to have the bubbles around, but once you stop, they just one or two bubbles, you know, like come out. They're not that great. And then again, you can't use them in a dream snap, so it's not really worth it. Anyways, that's it for the video. Thank you guys so much for listening to me to go over all these Reddit topics. I do appreciate it. I hope you guys have a really great day. Please let me know any of your comments down below. I'd love to read through them. We went over a lot of stuff today, I know, but it's just really exciting to see what everyone thinks. So have a really wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.